The Brown University shooting suspect has been found dead. Coming up, the investigation that led authorities to him. And a beloved teacher lost too soon. Palestine remembering an educator who touched generations and the legacy he's leaving behind. And what started as a normal afternoon at the park turned to chaos. While others ran, one couple stepped in. Up next, how their bravery saved lives and why they're now being honored.
We're looking at a pretty chilly day with lots more sunshine. We'll take a look at all your forecast details coming up in your full forecast. So stay right there because Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus starts right now.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
It is a big day for East Texas high school football with 2 state title games on the schedule. You won't want to miss the Carthage and Kilgore Bulldogs chase their state titles. Carthage taking on West Orange Stark, aiming for back-to-back championships, and Kilgore facing off against Stephenville, maybe the toughest test with these Yellow Jackets after they had a close win over Salina. We'll talk a little bit more about that coming up here on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. But first, good morning, y'all, on this Friday. I'm Dana Dixon. Jesus has the morning off. We're so glad you could join us right here. As you get ready to head out, if you haven't stepped a toe outside yet, just be warned, feels a lot cooler out there this morning. Cold, really.
Oh, it definitely does. I mean, some of us are at freezing or just a little bit below. I mean, it's definitely a chilly start. Definitely going to want to bundle up as you head out the door this morning. We're looking south on our Roberts and Roberts cam in Tyler on Broadway. It's absolutely gorgeous. The sun is beginning to rise. Just gorgeous picture, but definitely very cold. Temperatures are at 37 degrees in Tyler with a dew point of 26, so very dry thanks to that colder air that moved in. We got a calm wind so far. Now those winds will start to increase into tomorrow. Not going to be too much of an issue for today. Temperatures across the region in the low 30s, all the way up into the upper 30s for some of us, and even 44 degrees. That's the warm spot in Jacksonville this morning. 31 in Nacogdoches, also 31 degrees in Marshall. That's faucet dripping type of weather, so make sure you do that on your way out this morning. Luckily, temperatures will be on their way up into this afternoon. We'll see temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s, and we are going to be again watching for some strong winds coming up tomorrow with a couple of showers also possible into Sunday and Monday, and we're also going to be watching some above average temperatures all the way through Christmas. I'll have all those details coming up in your full forecast.
Thank you, Joel. Well, loved ones are mourning the loss of a beloved former Palestine ISD teacher, John Lamb. He died in a 2-vehicle crash in Anderson County on Wednesday. The community is honoring his legacy and remembering him for being a longtime educator and an impactful part of the Palestine community. Robert De La Garza has the story.
Former 5th grade teacher John Lamb was more than an educator. To many, he was a superhero.
He saved lives.
Larissa Lovelace was principal at AM Story, where Lamb taught. Today, she's a spokesperson for Palestine ISD.
He invested in our community with his life. He gave his entire 30 years to this campus.
She says his impact reached far beyond the classroom, inspiring teachers of the next generation.
How he kind of helped me to become the person I am today.
Lamb was Chris Parker's 5th grade teacher and later his mentor, sparking his interest in service and youth advocacy.
You have to pay it forward, so he extended all those type of courtesies and grace to me, and I want to do the same thing for my children and the children I come in contact with.
Parker says Lamb's lessons are now being passed on to his students.
There's somebody who's going to care for you no matter where you come from, even though I may not be a family member or a relative, but there's someone who cares, and there's always going to be someone who cares in Palestine.
And outside the classroom, Lamb's creativity took center stage.
His love for teaching, his love for helping people find themselves creatively.
Jerry Goodwin called Lamb a pillar in Palestine's theater community for decades.
And you just hope sort of to follow in his footsteps and leave some sort of impact that is even comparable to what he did for Palestine, for the arts in Palestine.
And just steps away from the stage was another place Lamb called home, the Pint and Barrel Draft House.
He was someone that we expect to see on a daily basis. And
Thursday, a seat sat reserved, a glass of Pinot Noir raised, waiting in his place.
His favorite place to sit was right here, so we're reserving this seat for him. And it's in his memory.
a quiet tribute to a man whose presence loudly poured throughout the community.
Yesterday, I was waiting on him to come in because I had some important stuff that I needed to talk to him about, and I won't be able to, sadly. But we're going to miss him. This town is going to miss him.
From the classroom to the stage to this table, John Lamb's presence is woven in the fabric of Palestine. For CBS 19, I'm Robert De La Garza.
Thank you, Robert, for that. Well, this search for the suspect in last weekend's deadly mass shooting at Brown University is now over. Police say the alleged gunman was found dead in a New Hampshire rental storage unit of an apparent suicide. Investigators believe the 48-year-old Claudio Manuel Neves Valente was also responsible for the shooting death of an MIT professor earlier this week. Investigators tracked the rental car to a company in Boston where the suspect used his real name on the application. Authorities also discovered the suspect's storage unit in Salem, where his body was found.
This was always going to be an investigation where something was going to break it open.
Our work is not done. There are many questions that need to be answered.
6 of the injured Brown University students are still hospitalized. Police say all 6 are now in stable condition. Overnight, President Trump said he was pausing the visa program through which the suspected shooter entered the United States. A Flint man who vandalized a religious statue at an East Texas church has been sentenced. 37-year-old Jordan Clark pleaded guilty yesterday to criminal mischief at a place of worship and was sentenced to 1 year in state jail. Investigators say Clark used a hammer to damage the statue at St. Mary Magdalene Catholic Church during the early morning hours of September 7th. Surveillance video captured that incident, showing the statue's hands being broken off and the face struck multiple times. Court records show that Clark's father told investigators his son refused to take his medication and had previously denounced Christianity. Turning now to Van Zandt County, police say a man connected to a string of thefts and burglaries across East Texas is now behind bars. Dalen Blue was arrested December 11th during a traffic stop in Van after police linked him to multiple cases of theft, criminal mischief, and burglary. Investigators say he is also a suspect in similar crimes through Van Zandt and Henderson counties. Police say a second suspect, Lisa O'Sullivan, turned herself in last week and was booked into jail. 7:09, it's time for your morning headlines. The NTSB and FAA are now investigating the plane crash that killed retired NASCAR driver Greg Biffle. He, his wife, and 2 children were among the 7 killed in a plane crash in North Carolina. The Cessna C-550 went down at Statesville Regional Airport, just north of Charlotte, 9 minutes after it took flight. Biffle is a licensed pilot, but it's not clear yet who was flying the aircraft at the time. Under a law passed by Congress and signed by President Trump, the Justice Department has until midnight to release the files on the Jeffrey Epstein case. House Democrats released more photos from the estate of the convicted sex offender yesterday, potentially tens of thousands of pages and videos, including grand jury materials from prosecutions of Epstein and his co-conspirator, Ghislaine Maxwell, are set to be released. President Trump wants marijuana reclassified as a less dangerous drug. He signed an executive order demanding so yesterday. Now, this does not legalize recreational use, but could mean changes for regulation and taxation. Some are opposed to the change, arguing that marijuana is still dangerous. TikTok is here to stay. The popular app signed a deal with investors to keep operating in the U.S. Major partners include Oracle, private equity firm Silver Lake, and an investment company backed by the United Arab Emirates. Congress passed a law requiring TikTok to divest from its Chinese parent company ByteDance or face a nationwide ban. President Trump repeatedly extended that deadline for TikTok to find a buyer. Well, community leaders and healthcare professionals in Jacksonville are celebrating a big step in local care. Yesterday, they broke ground on a new multi-specialty Christus Health facility. The 30,000 square foot center will bring pain management, orthopedic, and vascular services together under one roof, featuring 24 exam rooms, recovery suites, procedure rooms, and full service imaging. Leaders say the expansion will improve access to specialized care for Jacksonville and surrounding rural communities. Well, what began as a normal trip to the park quickly turned into chaos. A split-second decision from an East Texas couple saved the lives of people at a Gregg County park on Labor Day, and how they're now being recognized, the couple that is, for their bravery. CBS's Jesus Martinez shares more.
Whenever you go to a park to spend time with your family, you never think the worst can happen, but it did for this couple. Both of them first responders, and they took those skills to save others.
We took our kids to the park early in the afternoon just to get them outside of the house and let them play.
Joel Durso, a battalion chief with Smith County ESD 2, says he was with his kids near the playground. His wife Rachel sitting at a picnic table nearby, reading. Moments later, gunfire erupted.
I heard some yelling, and then I looked over and saw a male subject standing there with a gun raised, and I heard several shots go off.
Joel immediately grabbed the kids and ran, calling 911, while Rachel, an off-duty Longview police officer, moved toward the gunman.
I didn't want him to turn his attention to my family because I saw my husband and our kids running in that opposite direction.
Unarmed, Rachel confronted the suspect, disarmed him, and then threw the weapon away. The couple then tried to save the lives of Sean Blake and Haley Blake until help arrived. The two passed away, and the suspect, Christopher Hicks Jr., Haley's boyfriend, was later arrested and now charged with capital murder. Thursday, the Durzos were honored for their action.
And then our husband and wife duo.
Rachel with the Police Medal of Valor, Joel with the Medal of Courage, and both presented with congressional recognition and flags that flew over the U.S. Capitol.
It was just another day and doing what I was supposed to do.
Both Rachel and Joel tell me that this was unexpected. They're grateful for it, but say they were just doing their job. In Longview, I'm Jesus Martinez.
Joel and Rachel weren't the only ones recognized for their bravery. Officer Luke Kentz with Longview Police was also honored with the Meritorious Conduct Award.
And that reads as follows: to be awarded for a heroic deed and exceptional meritorious conduct involving exemplary courage, risk, and danger to the recipient's own personal safety.
Officer Kentz helped another officer during a shooting at a Longview apartment complex in May. Officer Kentz was able to de-escalate the situation and give the suspect life-saving measures. Well, switching gears now, there's nothing that brings people together like Christmas music, right? From nostalgic classics to modern hits, these songs capture the spirit of the season. Don't look at the screen though, Joel. I'm gonna get you to guess.
Oh,
we have
I didn't know what this was.
Top 10 Christmas song list. So let's start guessing numbers 10 through 6. Joel, we want you to guess. What are some you think are on there?
Oh, All I Want for Christmas Is You. So 10 through 6?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
But I mean, just guess some.
Oh, wait, I can't look at it, right?
Don't look.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Jingle Bells, Sleigh Ride. How about, what is that one song? Rudolph, Run, Run, Rudolph.
Okay, I'm going to give you a break.
Okay.
We're going to give you the 10 through 6.
Okay.
One of the ones you said is going to be on the list, but a little bit later. So let's look at these. Okay, Christmas Wrapping by the Waitresses. Do you know that song? Dun 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 dun. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I
that
think
one.
so.
Okay. What Christmas Means to Me by Stevie Wonder. We've also got All I Want for Christmas Is You. Now this is Kelly Clarkson, but it was a remake of that Vance and the. Is it Vance and the Vandals? Is that what they're called?
Something like that.
Also, we've got The Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Andy Williams and White Christmas by Bing Crosby.
That's a good one. I sang that one when I was in high school when I did the play.
I'm surprised actually that one's not a little bit higher.
Yeah, me too.
It's not your traditional, for next, I'm going to give you a hint for next round. It's not your traditional Christmas songs that we're talking about. It's kind of like ones, not Jingle Bells or the ones like that.
Yeah, not the traditional ones.
So some like originals, let's call them that, originals. So after seeing that list, right, we want to know, what's your favorite Christmas song? It is our daily topic question of the day. What's yours?
Mine is, so this one is actually, speaking of non-traditional Christmas songs, this one is going to be Wizards in Winter by Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Yeah, have you ever heard that one before?
Probably, but it's hard because I don't know the names of their songs. I just know the sounds of their song.
A lot of their songs don't have lyrics. This one doesn't have any lyrics, but it's awesome. And another one has got to be the Carol of the Bells one, which you probably heard before as well.
Absolutely.
That's a really good one. What about you?
For me, I always say it. It's a Christmas song by Nat King Cole specifically. Other people do it and do it well, but I just love that one. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
That's a good vibe.
We're not going to be doing that on Christmas, unless, of course, you turn it down very, very cold in your house.
Yes.
But I can dream about it.
Yes, you can dream about a white Christmas, because unfortunately, I think a lot of us...
That's all it's going to be, unless you go somewhere where it's snowing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and honestly, a lot of the country, probably going to see some melting snow. But let's take a look at what we have for traffic this morning. Not really looking at any sort of busy holiday traffic this morning so far. I mean, we got some pretty quiet conditions on I-20. We got 2 hours over to Dallas, also an hour and 30 minutes over to Shreveport so far this morning. We got 2.5 hours up to Denison, also an hour and 30 minutes down to Lufkin, so US 69. Also in pretty good shape. We have 55 minutes from Jacksonville to Nacogdoches, 40 minutes from Tyler to Longview, 55 minutes from Tyler to Palestine, and 45 minutes from Tyler to Athens. Now, CBS19 live radar is pretty clean all across the area. Could be a little bit of ground clutter in some of our eastern counties, but overall we're not expecting any sort of rain in this forecast, at least for today. We are expecting lots of sunshine instead. We have high pressure moving into the area. That's going to be giving us some sunshine all the way through the day. Eventually winds will come out of the south and increase as we head into tomorrow. But visibility is looking pretty good. We got some cooler and drier air all across the area, so that gives us 10 miles of visibility all across the area. Could be a couple of patchy, foggy spots like Mineola down to 4 miles of visibility. But all in all, not expecting anything to impact you this morning. So green lights for this morning and green lights for this afternoon. Temperatures in the low 60s.
Thank you, Joel. Up next in sports, Beast Texas football is on the brink of 2 state titles. And Carthage, they've got a father and son story that takes center stage on Texas' biggest football field. Just ahead.
The CBS19 Sports Report, sponsored by Sports and Social at Live Casino and Hotel Louisiana.
Hello and welcome to Sports. I'm Jimmy Cervantes. We're glad you're with us because in just a few hours, we will have potentially 2 state championships coming home to East Texas and plenty of seniors wrapping up their football career. But down in Carthage, one connection is just going to go all the way back to the house.
CBS19 Sports Player of the Week, sponsored by East Texas Professional Credit Union.
Carthage's state semifinal against Brock landed on head coach Scott Surratt's birthday. Happy birthday to you! And you best believe his son Jet gave him the best gift he could have got. 3 touchdowns, no picks, and a performance good enough to play in Jerry World.
Yeah, it's awesome, but I had to shout out to all my guys and my linemen. They block great, protect me great, and then the running backs, they draw a lot of attention, and my receivers make plays for me. So.
It'll be a game he's looking to top one last time because that's all the time he's got left to play for his dad and in his football career.
I don't miss football, but I also miss just being able to talk about each play and stuff like that at home.
But missing is for the future. Now he's looking towards the biggest stage in Texas high school football as they defend their state championship title against the West Orange Stark Mustangs. Got a target on the Bulldogs.
A lot of people don't like Alabama because they're the best. I mean, they're the person to beat. So I feel like that's definitely us, and we obviously have that target, but until somebody takes us down, and we're still the number one.
But don't get it twisted, the pressure is still on for the Surratts to keep their pristine 10-0 record perfect in these championship games.
You better believe there's pressure. It's pressure to be in this program, and that's daily pressure. Coaches are going to put it on the players. You got to perform in practice, and you got to perform on Friday nights. And if you don't like pressure, this is the wrong place to go to high school.
Because if there's one thing the Surratt name doesn't do, is lose championship football games. And now the pair will get the chance to do it again, one last time. All right, y'all, it takes me to the picks. So let's start off Carthage versus West Orange Stark. Two elite programs playing at the top of their game right now. Now first, West Orange Stark. They got themselves a playmaker. This guy right here, Kelvin Jefferson. He's exploded these playoffs using all 5'3", 150 pounds to just not go down, man. He's got over 34 touchdowns, over 2,000 yards to go along with his Texas Tech offer. But I don't think he's seen a defense as physical as the Carthage Bulldogs. Look at this. Boom! Baby, come on now. Quebec ain't going to play around. They've been playing out of their minds this postseason. You combine that with an elite offense and a state championship experience, both coaching and playing, by the way. Give me the Carthage Bulldogs to win championship number 11. Now I think this game is going to be the best one by far on Friday. Kilgore is absolutely peaking right now. They haven't allowed a relevant touchdown all postseason. Plus, like I just mentioned, have all of this Jerry World experience from last year where Stephenville really beats up on its opponents, though, is in those trenches. They've got some real talented players on the lines, but no team has really managed to slow down the Hogs on Kilgore's defensive line. So you match that up with Lakeelion Graves patrolling in the secondary, and then shutting down that Texas Tech commit Tristan Gentry. Give me the Kilgore Bulldogs. Give me that defense to come up big, keep Stephenville out of the end zone, and then the offense, maybe not putting up insane numbers, but doing just enough to get the job done and win their first state championship since 2004, and finally getting over that hump. Hey, it's been a long year for the Longview Lobos head coach John King, but it's ending on a high note after spending the last few months battling through cancer treatments and coaching. The Lobos, it was announced that John King is among those listed as one of the 2026 Texas High School Coaching Association Hall of Honor inductees. Also in that class is former Marshall head coach Dennis Parker. This comes as King just wrapped up treatments on that cancer just a few weeks ago. That's all I got for you. Morning, y'all.
The CBS19 Sports Report, sponsored by Sports and Social at Live Casino and Hotel Louisiana.
This holiday season, CBS19 and the Children's Miracle Network are coming together for a cause that's close to our hearts.
It's time for Merry Miracles.
Help us bring joy to children in the hospital by purchasing a teddy bear or make a donation to help fund life-saving pediatric equipment and services. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit merry-miracles.com. Spread holiday cheer with CBS19 and the Children's Miracle Network. Together, we can make Merry Miracles happen. We are about to step away for just a moment while we do our over-the-air broadcast update. We'll be right back with more here on CBS 19 Plus. Don't go anywhere. Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for being with us for this news update. The Palestine community is dealing with the sudden loss of a beloved educator. Former Palestine ISD teacher John Lamb was killed Wednesday in a two-vehicle crash in Anderson County. John Lamb dedicated more than 30 years to education in Palestine ISD, shaping generations of students and becoming a familiar, trusted presence across the community. We're told he taught 5th grade during his career. Former colleagues say Lamb invested his life in his campus, inspiring future educators and encouraging students to lead with kindness, service, and creativity, lessons that followed them well beyond the classroom.
You have to pay it forward, so he extended all those type of courtesies and grace to me, and I want to do the same thing for my children and the children I come in contact with.
Yesterday, I was waiting on him to come in because I had some important stuff that I needed to talk to him about, and I won't be able to, sadly. But we're going to miss him. This town is going to miss him.
Those who knew him say the loss is deeply felt, but his legacy of compassion and service will continue through the countless lives he impacted throughout Palestine. The man convicted of killing a Tyler Taqueria owner has pled guilty to another felony. Scotty Lee Goebel, who is serving 18 years for the murders of Eddie Ramirez, admitted in court to tampering with his ankle monitor while out on bond. Investigators say Goebel told officers it was uncomfortable. Prosecutors say Goebel removed the device and later violated his bond by contacting members of the victim's family. Goebel received an additional 2-year prison sentence. Community leaders and healthcare professionals in Jacksonville are celebrating a big step in local care. Yesterday, they broke ground on a new multi-specialty Christus Health facility. The 30,000 square foot center will bring pain management, orthopedic, and vascular services together under one roof, featuring 24 exam rooms, recovery suites, procedure rooms, and full service imaging. Leaders say the expansion will improve access to specialized care for Jacksonville and surrounding rural communities. Let's get a check of your weather as we round out this week. Joel?
Absolutely beautiful forecast as we go forward. And for today, lots of sunshine, a little bit cooler. As we head into this afternoon, we'll be right around, if not just a little bit above average. We'll see temperatures in the low to mid 60s for this afternoon. Record high, 77 degrees. Thankfully, we're not very close to that. But as we head into the next several days, we could get pretty close to the upper 70s. But for now, sunny and cooler for today. Temperatures ranging from the low to mid 60s. Now we are going to be watching for the chance of maybe a few scattered showers heading into Sunday and maybe a couple of isolated showers for Monday. But definitely going to want to bring the rain gear out with you as you're heading out the door for Sunday. It's likely going to be an all-day event. It's going to be ahead of a cold front. Temperatures will drop into the middle 60s, then we'll be back up into the 70s, and we'll be there to stay all the way through Christmas with temperatures pretty close to 80.
Welcome back to Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. This is what's coming up in our second half hour. A new tip line could change who's allowed in Texas bathrooms, but critics say it risks harassment. We have the latest details coming up. And a deadly flood changed the Texas camp forever right here. Now new technology could help prevent another tragedy. We'll have the full story up next.
We got a pretty quiet forecast into today and also into Saturday, but Sunday, on the other hand, could bring us a chance for a few showers. We'll talk about it in your full forecast coming up later this half hour.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
We made it to Friday. Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon. Jesus Martinez is on assignment. Thanks so much for being with us here on CBS 19 Plus. The search for the suspect in last weekend's deadly mass shooting at Brown University is over. Police say the alleged gunman was found dead in a New Hampshire rental storage unit of an apparent suicide. Investigators believe the 48-year-old suspect was also responsible for the shooting death of an MIT professor earlier this week. CBS News' Jared Hill has the latest.
Ending a multi-state murder manhunt. Overnight, authorities closed in on a storage facility in Salem, New Hampshire.
We got him.
The suspected Brown University gunman and suspected killer of an MIT professor found inside a storage unit, dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
He was using a phone that was obfuscating ability to track it. He was sophisticated in hiding his tracks.
The alleged shooter, identified as Claudio Manuel Neves Valente, a 48-year-old Portuguese national living in the U.S. legally. Brown says he was a physics PhD student at the university between 2000 and 2003 before he dropped out. School officials say he likely took classes in the same building where he allegedly opened fire last Saturday, killing 2 students and injuring 9 others. Police say he's also believed to have killed MIT professor Nuno Loureiro Monday night. Both were in the same school program back in their native Portugal.
This was always going to be an investigation where something was going to break it open.
The key to breaking the case, according to a police affidavit, was interviewing an anonymous Reddit poster. 3 days ago, the person described seeing the suspect with a gray Nissan Sentra. Investigators tracked the car to a rental company in Boston where the suspect used his real name on the application. Authorities also discovered the suspect's storage unit in Salem where his body was found.
Our work is not done. There are many questions that need to be answered.
Back in Providence,
there's a sense of relief in the community.
Steps toward healing. Jared Hill, CBS News.
6 of the injured Brown University students are still hospitalized. Police say all 6 are now stable. Overnight, President Trump said he was pausing the visa program through which the suspected shooter entered the United States. The Walmart in Center is back open after a reported bomb threat there. Officers were called to the store around 7 yesterday morning and then cleared customers and employees as a precaution. Police then requested help from a bomb squad K-9 team out of Barksdale Air Force Base, along with bomb technicians from Montgomery County and Tyler. Authorities say no injuries, explosions, or credible threats were found. After the scene was cleared, the Walmart reopened to the public. Center Police also thanked multiple local, state, and federal agencies for assisting in that response. The man convicted of killing a Tyler Taqueria owner has pleaded guilty to another felony. Scotty Lee Goebel, who is serving 18 years for the murder of Eddie Ramirez, admitted in court to tampering with his ankle monitor while out on bond. Investigators say Goebel removed the monitor, later telling officers it was uncomfortable. Prosecutors say Goebel removed that device and then violated his bond by contacting members of the victim's family. Goebel received an additional 2-year prison sentence. And in Jefferson, police are partnering with federal immigration officials after the city council approved the agreement. They will join ICE's task force program, which gives local officers limited immigration authority during routine police work, and they're eligible to receive funding. Police Chief Florentino Perez says the move won't change daily policing, but it could help in cases like suspected human trafficking along Highway 59. Police say the department won't conduct immigration sweeps or target schools or businesses. And now to an alarming story. This comes from outside the Houston area, where a Texas high school student was stabbed to death on a Wednesday by a classmate. Officials in Goose Creek say it started as a fight between those 2 students during a science class. Students were removed to the auditorium and then classes continued for the rest of the school day.
I got called by a friend that said, hey, just so you know, the school's on lockdown. One of the kids got stabbed in the neck with a pair of scissors. And I immediately called my granddaughter and no answer. You know, then you go wonder, is it your kid?
An 18-year-old was reportedly arrested and taken to Baytown City Jail. Officials say that classes continued as scheduled. Attorney General Ken Paxton has rolled out a new way to enforce the state's transgender bathroom law. His office launched a public tip line asking people to report alleged violations. The new law restricts restroom use based on sex assigned at birth. Their online form allows people to submit complaints and in some cases, photos. The measure targets government buildings, schools, and other publicly funded spaces. Civil rights groups warn that the tip line could encourage harassment and invasions of privacy, especially since recording or photographing people in bathrooms is generally illegal in Texas. It has been a little over 6 months since surging floodwaters ravaged parts of central Texas and the Hill Country. The flooding killed 27 girls and counselors, that is, at Camp Mystic, which is along the Guadalupe River. As a result of the tragedy, there are now new safety measures being installed at the portion of the property reopening next year. Gage Golding reports.
Before this was a camp, this was just a dammed-up lake that was like a fishing, swimming hole.
Even under an overcast sky, it isn't hard to see the beauty in this place. A sort of peaceful paradise where wind chimes play a melody and leaves dance amongst the trees.
And this is where my father would teach the girls fishing.
Camp Mystic became the epicenter of the aftermath of the Texas Hill Country floods. 25 kids and 2 camp counselors didn't survive the floodwaters that night.
Britt was here, but at the higher camp, Cypress Lake.
As we were watching over the girls here, we were fortunate this camp didn't flood.
It's the Cypress Lake camp that the Eastland family is reopening next year. Those cabins along the Guadalupe, though, will stay closed as lawsuits and state investigations hang in the air. But before any kids claim a bunk at Camp Mystic, the rules around safety are changing.
We're working with a third-party safety expert to come up with a good plan that, again, the parents feel comfortable with, too.
A big part of that are these towers. They're a brand new flood detection system that was created by a group of guys in Austin.
We're all dads. In fact, several of us, our daughters go to camp together. We know where the threat is coming from. We just don't know when. Like, why has this not been solved?
Flood danger, run to higher ground.
This could be the answer. The towers detect if floodwater goes into the bottom of the system.
This is simple water detection, lights, and sirens.
They have a plan to install about 100 of these towers all up and down the Guadalupe River. Now, here's the really cool thing. They don't rely on electricity or cell or satellite. They actually communicate with each other using a super long-range Wi-Fi type signal.
But it can send a very simple, two-way encrypted code that says, turn yourself on, we have water here.
It's why camps want the tech. Camp La Junta and Rio Vista are already on board. There's even talks of how they can share these alerts with emergency responders and people who live along the river.
Adding these was a no-brainer for me because it's one more thing we can do to protect the kids.
It's the start of a very long road for the camps along this winding river.
Do you think that there's work to be done by camps to earn that trust back from parents?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's probably a mountainous task.
It is. And we understand that this is a year and a summer that a lot of parents are going to ask a lot of questions, and a lot of parents are maybe going to say this isn't the summer we are going to bring our daughter.
The goal is to have all of those 100 River Century towers installed and ready to go by the time the first campers show up in the spring of 2026.
And you can stay connected to what's happening across the Lone Star State with Texas News Now, your daily statewide newscast with the top headlines and the stories that matter, and weather from every corner of Texas. You can catch it streaming weekdays at 11 a.m. or anytime on demand on CBS 19 Plus. Oh, it's a big day today for 2 high school football teams. The Carthage Bulldogs will take on the West Orange Stark Mustangs in an effort to win back-to-back state titles and extend their perfect state championship record to 11-0. They currently ride a 25-game win streak and feature one of the most star-studded teams in the state. The 15-0 Bulldogs will take on a 12-3 Mustang team that is riding a high off a win over Port Arthur Memorial. This one goes down at 3 p.m. in AT&T Stadium. Fans from all over the community are wishing that football team good luck in their championship game this afternoon. Heading out in a big way. As is tradition, a festive caravan circled the downtown square, cheering on those Bulldogs. The convoy also made stops past every school in the district before heading off to Arlington. And the opening game tonight, or today rather that is the Kilgore Bulldogs versus Stephenville. The Bulldogs are in their second straight state championship appearance, and they're looking for some revenge after losing big in 2024. The Kilgore defense hasn't allowed a relevant touchdown all postseason and will be facing off against the most talented team they've met on the gridiron since playing Pleasant Grove. Stephenville coming off a tight win over Salina. And the Bulldogs haven't had a real test all postseason, but that changes against the Yellow Jackets at 11 a.m. this morning. It's not too far from now. And Carthage, well, they weren't the only East Texas community celebrating a trip to Jerry World yesterday. They are excited. In Kilgore, the Bulldogs faithful came out in droves to wish their team well in the school's second straight trip to the state final. Kilgore's last state title came more than 20 years ago in 2004, and the Bulldogs have come up short in their last two trips to the big stage. So the community this year, well, they are bursting with excitement, ready to see their team wind up in that win column this time around. It's a game that has generations of fans ready to celebrate.
All my kids went here. I actually went here. Well, just walking up here, seeing the charter buses and seeing all the people, my heart is racing. The pride here in Kilgore, look at all these people. It's a family. They love each other. They root for each other in the good times and the bad. We're just so excited for tomorrow, y'all. I just can't tell you.
We can't wait either. Yeah, Kilgore takes on Stephenville inside AT&T Stadium this morning at 11 a.m. Two great games back to back. And you can catch all the highlights and top plays from these two thrilling games as those teams chase their state championship glory only on CBS19. And don't forget to mark your calendars because Dan Millay and Jimmy Searfoss, well, they're going to bring you an Under the Lights postseason special just in time for the holidays. It is the gift that keeps on giving that is set to air Christmas Day. Good luck to both teams. All right, Santa is getting a little help from a 100-year-old California man. Meet Hal Yoke. Not only is he 100 years old, but he makes wooden toys completely by hand. Look at that.
Man.
He spends all year making all sorts of toys, from ducks and cars to dinosaurs and noisemakers. Then each year for the holidays, he opens up his workshop in his Garden Grove garage to sell his creations. And this year, he says he's having his busiest year ever. He will stay open through this weekend. Isn't that sweet?
I love that. It's Papa Elf.
Yeah, some little handmade treasures that you
so
don't
cool.
see every day. You know, nowadays you go to the big box stores, pick up a Lego,
a
whatever
lot of plastic stuff, you know.
Right.
You don't really see a lot of wood stuff anymore.
Hand carved.
That is really cool.
Really sweet.
Yeah.
The countdown into the new year also on, and those 2026 numbers, they arrived in New York City ahead of the New Year's Eve ball drop in Times Square. Look at them all aglow. The giant 7-foot-tall numerals were placed on the Broadway Plaza between 46th and 47th Streets. A group of spectators were there as crews tested out those lights. This marks one of the final pieces used in the historic annual event. The Constellation Ball arrived last month, and organizers say it is the largest one yet, so it should be good. I'll be watching from the comfort of my home.
Me too.
And I'll probably celebrate an hour early.
Oh, there you go.
Because the ball, you know, drops an hour early, so might as well celebrate with New York.
Yeah, I'll be in Michigan at that time, so it'll be right on time for me.
Right on time.
Yeah.
All right, how cute is this? Check it out. A 10-year-old from Chicago is getting the chance to run a restaurant for the day.
Whoa.
Chance Blake took over Sanders Barbecue, greeting customers and managing the floor like a pro. The restaurant's owner says the experience is meant to inspire the next generation of chefs and entrepreneurs. And for Chance, it's just the beginning of a dream that he says he plans to keep on chasing.
He's going places.
I
He's
love
totally
that.
going places.
Starting that early, like in the kitchen. I'm scared for my kids to turn on things in the kitchen still, and they're almost 18 and one is 16. I'm like, oh, the microwave will work for you, don't you think?
Yeah.
They're like, Mom, I want to learn how to
nice
use this
start.
gas stove. I'm so scared they're going to leave it on.
You know, practice makes perfect.
That's right.
You know, absolutely. And timers too. There you go.
It's just the gas that I'm worried about.
Yeah, it's
the
true.
oven, I'm okay with. The gas, a little scared.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Well, this weather, I don't know if you'd call it scary, but it definitely is different for this time of year. Today feels normal.
Yeah.
Christmas, a different story.
It's a little bouncy. It's a little bouncy. Yeah, temperatures are going to be way above average. as we head into this Christmas, all the way through that week. But here's your weather impact for today. We're off to a cold start. Some of us are just hovering near freezing. Some of us actually got just below freezing this morning, so definitely you want to head out the door with some very heavy jackets this morning. It'll still be chilly for this afternoon, but we'll be warming up into the low to mid 60s, so you can definitely get away with maybe a lighter jacket for this afternoon, alongside maybe some sunglasses too, because man, lots of sunshine thanks to high pressure. That's going to give us lots of sunshine as we head into today. Here's our Roberts and Roberts cam looking south on Broadway in Tyler. The current temperature is 37 degrees. Luckily, no wind chill factor as the winds remain calm. The winds will start to increase for later this evening and especially going into tomorrow. That's going to be pretty gusty heading into tomorrow. Temperatures all across the area down to 31 degrees in Marshall, 31 in Nacogdoches, 31 in Mount Pleasant. So some sub-freezing temperatures there. 42 degrees in Jacksonville and a 34-degree temperature reported in Palestine. Very cold start. We'll end up with some warmer temperatures for this afternoon. Our average this time of year is 59, so we're going to be right around par for this time of year with plenty of sunshine for this afternoon. Strong winds, as I was mentioning earlier, will be arriving tomorrow. We also got some rain chances ahead of a second cold front heading into the area on Sunday and Monday, and above average temperatures. They're going to be very likely all the way through the week of Christmas. We're going to talk about it coming up in your full forecast.
Well, there's nothing that brings people together like Christmas music. From nostalgic classics to modern hits, these songs capture the spirit of the season, and we have a list of the top 10 Christmas songs. Now, earlier we guessed 10 through 6, but now you're going to guess the top 5. You got any guesses?
I think so. I think I had heard that Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree was like tied for first.
Yeah, by Brenda Lee. This is the list from For the Win. So there's so many lists out there. Okay. So if you don't get any right, don't feel bad.
Okay, so I'm going to go with, I have 3 off the top of my head. Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Jingle Bell Rock, Run Run Rudolph. I know I said that earlier, but I can say that again because I don't think that was on there, was it? For 6 through 10, something like that. And Carol of the Bells. How about that one?
Okay, let's look at the list.
All right.
Here it is for you. Now, number 5 is Christmas Eve by Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, there you go.
You love them, right?
Oh, I do.
All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. 4th surprised me.
Wow.
There's my one on there. The Christmas Song by Nat King Cole.
There you go.
Number 2, Last Christmas by Wham.
Oh, I totally forgot about that one.
And Christmas Time Is Here. You know, the theme to
Charlie Brown.
From Christmas.
Oh,
you love that one too.
That is oh man. I love so basically any sort of it just gives me nostalgia. Any time I hear like some light jazz, just takes me back to Charlie Brown, right?
I start listening to Christmas music November 1st.
November 1st? I have to give it maybe a couple of weeks.
No, I
Middle
want
November.
You want to hear
it now.
all, and I'm going to listen to it all the way up until New Year's Day. So not New Year's Day, but the day before, New Year's Eve.
Oh, there you go.
It's still the
31st.
Season, through the 31st.
Well, you know what? A lot of radio stations do that.
Yeah.
So, it's fine.
You may still have some holiday celebrations. Join me in enjoying all the Christmas songs. I like most of them. There's a few we've talked about that aren't a favorite, but this list, I like most of them. I'm
Yeah.
not sure about the Christmas wrapping song. It's personally not my fave, but I like. There were some I didn't see on here that are newer, like the one that Ariana Grande has. I think that one's really good.
Okay.
What else is a good one? Katy Perry has one. I like that one too. But these are kind of more classic, except for I mean, Mariah Carey's not that new anymore. But
Right. Yeah. That's what is that? 31 years old?
I don't know. It makes
something
me,
like that.
And when I think about it, it makes me feel old because I remember when it came out.
Wow, that's cool.
All right. Well, it feels like Christmas today.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much Christmas Day. So if you want to celebrate early, here's your chance.
Or do we have a daily topic question?
Oh, well, that's what we were doing.
Is that what we're doing?
That's what we did.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah. We want to know what your favorite song is. I forgot, y'all. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
We do care. So go over to our Facebook page. There weren't a lot of guesses this morning, so we'll keep on guessing and circle back.
Yes.
Well, I put mine in, so you guys go put yours in too.
Sounds like a plan. Well, shall we get into the weather?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, definitely kind of feeling like Christmas this morning, but by this afternoon, or I should say by Christmas, definitely not going to be feeling like Christmas whatsoever. This afternoon, we're going to be aiming for the upper 50s to low 60s, right around average for this time of year. That's going to be 59 degrees. Record high, 77. We could have something similar to that as we head into Christmas, but lots of sunshine for your Friday, but we'll have a little bit of clouds and also some windy conditions heading into Saturday. We got a pretty strong south breeze. That's why these temperatures are going to be as warm as they're going to get, because we got some really strong winds that are going to be bringing up a lot of warm air. So we'll be in the low 70s for your day on Saturday. And then another cold front will come through on Sunday. That'll bring us the chance for some scattered showers and temperatures a little bit cooler in the middle 60s. We're talking about wind gusts between 20 to 25 miles per hour. Gusts possibly up to 30 miles per hour in some locations. So again, that's really going to be kind of the story into Saturday. Warm, strong breeze heading into Saturday with a couple of clouds. And then we go into Sunday. This is where the chance of rain comes into the forecast. We're watching a cold front to come in from the north. We'll have some pop-up showers all throughout the day on Sunday. So they're aiming to be a pretty gloomy and kind of a dreary day on Sunday. If you have any outdoor plans, make sure you bring the rain gear at least. But for today, quite the opposite. We're actually going to be very sunny, high pressure now in control, upper 30s to start. Some of us in the low 30s. We'll be in the low 60s for this afternoon. And here's your 7-day forecast. A little bit of a bounce here. Got those temperatures falling back to the 60s ahead of that cold front. We got a 40% chance of some scattered showers, isolated showers as we head into Monday. Temperatures will be increasing once again, heading all the way through Christmas. Big ridge of high pressure, boosting our temperatures in the middle to upper 70s.
That is the wild ride. Thank you so much, Joel. We're about to step away for a moment while we break into our over-the-air broadcast with a news update. We'll be right back here on CBS 19 Plus. Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for being with us for this news update. A Flint man who vandalized a religious statue at an East Texas church has been sentenced. 37-year-old Jordan Clark pleaded guilty yesterday to criminal mischief at a place of worship and was sentenced to 1 year in jail. Investigators say Clark used a hammer to damage the statue at St. Mary Magdalene Catholic Church during the early morning hours of September 7th. Surveillance video captured the incident, showing the statue's hands being broken off and the face struck multiple times. Police say a man connected to a string of thefts and burglaries across East Texas is now behind bars in Van Sant County. Dalen Blue was arrested December 11th during a traffic stop in Van after police linked him to multiple cases of theft, criminal mischief, and burglary. Investigators say he's also a suspect in similar crimes throughout Van Sant and Henderson counties. Police say a second suspect, Lisa O'Sullivan, turned herself in last week. And in Jefferson, police are partnering with federal immigration officials after the city council approved the 287G agreement. They will join ICE's task force program, which gives local officers limited immigration authority, and they're eligible to receive funding. Police Chief Florentino Perez says the move won't change daily policing, but could help in cases like suspected human trafficking along Highway 59. Police say the department won't conduct immigration sweeps or target schools or businesses. Don't miss today's two big games where the Bulldogs from Carthage and Kilgore are vying for state titles. Let's start with Carthage. They will take on the West Orange Stark Mustangs. This is the team's bid to win back-to-back state titles. Game goes down at 3 p.m. at AT&T Stadium. But before that, the Kilgore Bulldogs will play Stephenville, and Stephenville is coming off a tight win over Salina. Kilgore hasn't had a real test all postseason, but that may change when they play against the Yellow Jackets at 11 a.m. this morning. Good luck to both teams. All right, let's get a check of your forecast now with Joel.
And we got a lot of sunshine for today and some cooler temperatures for this afternoon. Already off to a pretty cold start. We got some temperatures in the low to mid 30s. By this afternoon, we'll end up in the upper 50s to low 60s with an average high of 59 degrees. So basically right on average for this time of year. Now for tomorrow, we got a strong south breeze that'll be bringing up a lot of warm air. So we'll be in the low to mid 70s. Gusts possibly between 25 and 30 miles per hour. So we are going to be in for a pretty gusty Saturday. We got another cold front on the way for Sunday. That's going to bring us the chance for some scattered showers during the afternoon and some cooler temperatures also dropping to the middle 60s. Here it is on your future skycast. So likely scattered showers all throughout the day as this cold front continues to move down ever so slightly, ever so slowly. And that'll be an all-day event, so definitely want to make sure to bring your rain gear if you're heading out the door on Sunday. We also have another chance for maybe some isolated showers on Monday. Temperatures rebound back into the low to mid 70s. We'll have a small chance for maybe a couple of sprinkles all the way through Christmas as the south wind holds on. But besides that, temperatures very mild in the middle to upper 70s.
Some breaking news just into our newsroom. An Elysian Fields High School teacher and head girls basketball coach has resigned after being arrested on a theft charge stemming from an incident at Walmart. According to our news partners at the Marshall News Messenger, 44-year-old Crystal Roberts was arrested December 7th on a charge of theft of property between $100 and $750. She was released the same day from the Harrison County Jail. The store's asset protection investigator saw Roberts allegedly purchasing the items after switching several of the price tags with those of lesser valued items. Roberts submitted her letter of resignation to the district effective December 15th. Time for news before you go. Palestinians mourning the loss of a beloved educator. Former Palestine ISD teacher John Lamb was killed Wednesday in a two-vehicle crash in Anderson County. Now, Lamb taught 5th grade for more than 30 years, becoming a familiar, trusted presence in the community. Former colleagues say he inspired students to lead with kindness, service, and creativity. Though his loss is deeply felt, his legacy will live on in the countless lives he touched. And TikTok, here to stay. The popular app signed a deal with investors to keep operating in the U.S. Major partners include Oracle, private equity firm Silver Lake, and an investment company backed by the United Arab Emirates. President Trump repeatedly extended that deadline for TikTok to find a buyer. And don't miss today's two big games where the Bulldogs from Carthage and Kilgore are vying for state titles. Let's start with Carthage. Those Bulldogs will take on the West Orange Stark Mustangs. This is the team's bid to win, that is, back-to-back state titles. Game goes down at 3 p.m. at AT&T Stadium. Before that, the Kilgore Bulldogs will play Stephenville. And Stephenville is coming off a tight win over Salina. Kilgore hasn't had a real test all postseason, but that may change when they play against those Yellow Jackets at 11 a.m. this morning. Good luck to both teams as they get ready to play in the biggest games of the year.
Yeah, good luck indeed, and we got a pretty nice forecast to go along with that. Temperatures a little bit cooler, but we'll see lots of sunshine as that cold front that passed through yesterday. We got some cooler temperatures on behind that, also some very dry air, so we got plenty of sunshine. Temperatures a little bit cooler in the low to mid 60s. We will be warming up into this weekend though, as we see some really strong south winds. We'll see a couple of clouds, temperatures in the low to mid 70s, then chance for rain as we head into Sunday and also into Monday. Better chance for a little bit more widespread rain will be on Sunday throughout the day, so definitely going to need to have that umbrella handy if you're heading out on Sunday morning and also into Sunday afternoon. Going to be pretty wet as we head into that time frame. Now that'll start to die down into Monday. It'll turn into more of an isolated, maybe 1 or 2 showers for Monday, but temperatures after that will be on their way up into the middle to upper 70s all the way through Christmas.
All right, thank you, Joel. Well, today is your excuse to grab that ugly Christmas sweater out of the closet and wear it, because today is National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day. Since 2011, National Ugly Sweater Christmas Day has grown really into an international phenomenon. Held every third Friday of December, the holiday gives festive fans everywhere a chance to show off their ugliest, most over-the-top Christmas sweaters. And you can benefit from that today. Yeah, to celebrate DQ, restaurants across Texas are getting festive for the holiday. All you have to do, show up in your ugliest sweater today and you can score a free mini blizzard at participating locations. The deal is app only and you got to redeem it in person. It's a sweet way to take a break from holiday chaos with flavors like peppermint bark or frosted sugar cookie if you're feeling the holiday spirit. My favorite ugly sweaters are the ones that like light up.
Oh yeah,
Those
or
are
just
so
like
fun.
the sparkly ones with the pipe cleaner kind of looking things on them. Whatever you call those.
So
But yeah,
good.
what I need is a weather-themed Christmas sweater.
You've got to.
I really
Amazon
need to
has it for sure.
Oh, 100%. We got some blizzards in the forecast today, and maybe an ugly Christmas sweater too.
Yes, just not the kind coming from the sky.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thanks so much for continuing your day with us here on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. The noon show is coming up here as well, and keep it here for the latest news and weather throughout the day. Here's a look at what's coming up. We hope you have a good morning, a great weekend, and we'll see you back here dark and early on Monday.